Hi everyone. The first number system we're going to examine in our brief tour of some historical number systems is the Egyptian number system, or numeration system, I should say. Some features of the Egyptian number system are here. First of all, the quote-unquote the digits, the symbols that are used on the Egyptian number system. There's the staff, which represents a 1, the heel bone, and by the way, these are poor drawings. As you can see from the hieroglyph on the front page, they're a lot more detailed in real world, but it's just so you can sort of convey what they look like. The heel bone represents a 10, a scroll represents 100, a lotus flower represents 1,000, the pointing finger represents 10,000, the fish represents 100,000, and the astonished man represents a million. So some features of the system. Notice that the symbols are grouped in powers of 10. Essentially, 1 is 10 to the 0 power, 10 is 10 to the first, 100 is 10 to the second, and so on. That's going to be a recurring theme in our number systems. The Egyptian system is an additive system. And what that means is you view the symbols that are there and add up the value. And lastly, the order. There is no, there's sort of a traditional order, but it's sometimes violated in the real world and in Egyptian numbers. But traditionally, the symbols are written in descending order, with the largest symbols to the left and the smaller symbols towards the right. So the first question I have is, can we convert an Egyptian number, which again you can see my artwork, yours doesn't need to be great, just convey what it looks like. Here is an Egyptian number, and we want to convert that to a base 10, or which is often called, as you'll soon see, a Indo-Arabic number. All right, so what we have here is we just have to view the symbols and add up the values. We've got 3, and these are actually fish. You may not be able to tell, but they're fish. So this is 3 fish. We've got 3 times 100,000. We've got 2, and this is looks like radar sites, but they are or satellite dishes, but they are lotus flowers, and there's 2 of those. So we've got 2 times 1,000. And lastly, oh no, it's not lastly, we've got 6 heel bones, and heel bone is a 10, so we've got 6 times 10. And lastly, we've got 3 staffs, and a staff represents 1, so that's 3 times 1, or just 3. So now add up the values. 3 times 100,000 is 300,000. 2 times 1,000 is 2,000. 6 times 10 is 60. 3 for the 3 staffs. And you get the final Hindu-Arabic number of 302,063. The second type of question we'll ask, not just with this number system, but with all number systems, is, can we convert from the base 10 number to an Egyptian number? Well, again, Egyptian numbers match up quite nicely with our own base 10 system. I always like to start from largest to smallest. Notice you have 1 million. So that's 1 million. That is 1 astonished man. Don't you love my stick figure? Astonished man. Again, they're not going to be graded on artistic ability. Just convey what it looks like. You've got 300,000. So again, that's what a base 10 number means. This is, if I wrote this in expanded form, this would be 100 or 1 million. So 1 times 1 million plus 3 times 100,000. This, by the way, is called expanded form. And you can keep going. Plus 4 times 10,000. And so on. So we've got 3 100,000s. That's 3 fish. We've got 4 10,000s. 4 pointing fingers. we've got two 1,000s, so two 1,000s, and those are two lotus flowers. We in class, we'd call them satellite dishes, but they're lotus flowers. We've got two 100s. Again, this is expanded form, sort of helps you see what you need. Two 100s, that's two scrolls. Okay. There are 0 10s, so there's 0 heel bones. And that's one feature you might notice about the Egyptian system. There is no symbol for 0. If the symbol's not there, there's just none of those. All right. So you've got 0 10s, and finally you've got 7 1s. And for that, you can either stack them or write them in a row. I'll stack them. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 1 astonished man, 3 fish, 4 pointing fingers, 2 lotus flowers, 2 heel bones, and 7 staffs, or 1,342,207.